Alright guys, welcome back to the second part of fundamental analysis tutorial. If you've not subscribed, subscribe. I think like this is like the first time I'm seeing it on a video, because the other videos were actually not made to put on YouTube. But now we are here. Meanwhile, this is our Telegram group, free Telegram. You just go to the Crypto Haven free. Yeah, t.me/Crypto Haven free to get access to this group. There's a lot of updates that we share every now and then. Right, so let's just get started. So today I'll be discussing fundamental analysis. Like I said earlier, I want to show us some things that we should look out for when we want to invest in projects. Now, some of the things that I'm going to say will be controversial, but I think that's the beauty of it. Now, when looking for a crypto project, right, apart from the hype, because we all know that crypto is built on hype, community, and all that. Now, apart from the hype, there are some other things that we should actually look at before investing in a crypto project, which is actually going to determine whether a crypto project is going to be here for a long while or not. One of the things that we should look out for is how they generate income. Do they generate income by just looking for people that will invest in the project, in the price of the crypto? Are they just looking for people that will invest in the price of the crypto? That's the normal way, buy the coin. Do they have any businesses? Do they have any businesses that help them generate revenue as a project? Or their project is solely built on the people who put in their money into the project in terms of buying the coin, buying the token, If they do not have any business, they are not going to be here for long. That is the truth. If they don't have any business, right? If they don't have any business, except they are really active and they evolve, just like Ethereum did, putting their hands in a lot of things, building smart contracts. Even that is a business aspect, but they need to have a business, whether it is off-chain or on-chain. They need to have a business that generates income for them, whether they are using the blockchain to run the business or they are running the business offline. Let's say physical goods like maybe real estate, agriculture, whatever it is. Anyway, the bottom line is there should be a business surrounding the crypto project, or in the crypto project, whichever suits you better. There should be a business that generates income for them, other than people putting in their money to buy the token and bump the price. So if there's no business, if they do not generate income in any way, it's a red flag. If they don't generate income in any way, it's a red flag. They are not going to be here for a long while. And the day that people stop buying the coin, that is the day that they stop making money, right? That is the day that they stop making money. Another dangerous side would be that if it's a new project that's starting out and they are not generating income, they don't have any way to generate income other than just chilling, and people putting in their money. If they don't have any other way of generating income, right, the likelihood of them being scams, running away with your money, is actually very high. The likelihood of them being scams and running away with your money is very high. So crypto is getting to the point where how do I put this? We are looking at what you can do. It's like a normal business. If you want to invest in a particular stock, for instance, you have to know that that company is making money or has the ability to make money for you to invest in it. You are not investing in the stock price, right? You're not investing in the company or buying the stocks of that company just because a lot of other people are buying it. Even though that could pump the price, it's not for long, maybe just a quick gain and get out. There are projects like that you can just quick gain and get out while the hype is okay, it's hot, you just buy, and then when the hype is low, you just buy, and then when the hype is high, you get out, right? Especially with shit coins and all that stuff. But then if you're going to hold coins for a long while, you have to know, or rather the crypto project has to be able to generate income by themselves, right? They have to be able to generate income by themselves, or have products that should help them generate income, whether it's on the blockchain or off the blockchain. For instance, the BNB coin, they have Binance there, they have a couple of other things here and there, right? They have people that build on the blockchain, and then they collect fees, and I think they also collect fees for mining and all that. Anyway, they just have to have something that brings them money, because if they don't have something that is bringing them money, if they cannot generate income, they'll be looking at your pocket for income. And if your pocket is not supplying, then the project is dead. Except you are just looking to invest for a very short time. If you are going to hold a particular coin, you should be able to research to find out what exactly these guys are doing. What exactly are these guys doing to make money for themselves? How are they generating income for this project, other than people putting in their money, their $100, their $1,000, $10,000 into the project to pump the price of the coin? You need to know all that. A simple Google search can help you. I'll say let me do one, but let's just move on to the next. Now, the second thing that you should look out for, I didn't prepare a slide, so but I'll be doing a lot of browsing. So the next thing you should look out for is there any real life application of the project? Is there any real life application of the project? If the project has a real life application, it is most likely going to be here in the next 10 years. And I'm being very honest, because I think I said that earlier. Crypto is moving to a place where you want to know what they can do, how they can help you, whether it's in Web3 or in the real life, whichever way. But want to know how exactly they can be of help to you, that project can be of help to you as a person, or should I say humanity. You want to know how that project can help you. What exactly are they doing in the real world? When I say the real world could be the internet, Web3, but they are doing something really innovative that is going to draw people to them for a particular thing that they are doing. For instance, there was this coin that I called last year. Till date, I'll still buy it anyway. Or rather, I'm still buying. The name is Dent. Now, Dent are into this eSIM card stuff. Dent are into eSIM cards, and all that. That is a real life application, right? They might not have the numbers yet, but if they keep at it and they market well, they are definitely going to get numbers. I made 10x of my money. The money I invested in Dent last year, I actually made 10x of that. So, they have a real life application, eSIM card. But if you just see a project just come up and then they're just about the hype, the community, that's the only thing they survive on. There's no real life application. There's nothing that the project is really doing to help anybody. Then they are not going to be here in the next 10 years. Take it or leave it. They are not going to be here in the next 10 years. And if you are going to hold the point for a long term, you have to know that this people have a real life application, they have a real life problem that they are solving. So when they have a real life problem they are solving, their longevity is guaranteed. There are two other tokens that I know about. There's 1000 PDF token. It's not popular yet. 1000 PDF token. Now 1000 PDF token, they have a business by the side where they connect authors with readers. They have a website where you can, if you're an author, you can write books and upload them for a fee, and people buy your books and read. And if you are a reader, you just come here and buy books and read. And there are also courses. And all that. Now, people will be going to the 1000 PDF platform, not the project website anyway. The 1000 PDF platform. For that, the market is where people are going for that. They have a real life application, right? People are going for that, buying books, they are generating income, and then you can also be paid using 1000 PDF token. If you want to withdraw as an author, you can withdraw to using 1000 PDF token. So since people know that this thing is going to be here for a long while, they can, and the token supply is actually really, really small. I think it was 2 million token supply, and then they were burning, I think, 1.2% daily or weekly, I can't remember. Anyway, that's by the way. So they've been doing that, and if you are a smart crypto investor, you see that okay, these guys are going to be here. The token supply is really small, and it's not like the team is lazy. They are working on their marketing, they are pushing things and all that. So you get in, and then you leave it, because you know that in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, these guys are still going to be here. They are even going to be bigger. The third one that the second one rather than Remo token is into a lot. I'm not even joking. They're into a lot. They have websites that can help you build landing pages. They have website that can help you shorten your link. A website that can do this. They just have a lot of things going on for them. A lot of ways that they generate income as a project. You get, and they have real life applications that you need. So they even have a social chat platform. Yeah, they even have a social chat platform. I just remembered. So they have a lot of things here and there that they do. Meanwhile, I'm not shilling to you. I'm just explaining some things that you need to know and understand. So they have a lot of things that they do, not just the token. The business is not just the token, right? They have other things that they do. They have other real life applications of the project. They have businesses that are solving real life problems as a token or as a coin. So they're definitely going to be here for a long while. That's one. Two, they don't really need your money to survive, per se, right? So when you are going to invest in a crypto project, you should be looking at all these things. Are they really solving any problem, or they are just like all the other crypto projects that just come and then they say, oh, there's this token, they have a great team, they have this, they have that, they are doxed, the liquidity is blocked, and no honeypot, blah 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 blah. It's going to be really crazy, this, that, and then you ask them what they want to do, and then they start listing things that you do not really need, right? Or let's just say things that are just applicable to the crypto world, and probably there are like 10 or 5 others of that application to the blockchain even, but they come with the same message to get you to buy the token, to get you to invest in the token. It's not like they're doing something different. It's not like they're doing something spectacular. Now, there are a lot of copycats on the blockchain currently. A lot of copycats on the blockchain. So you need to streamline your investments. You need to really streamline. Except you are in it for short term. If you're in it for short term, then just put your money, get your money to hold. doubled or tripled or 10x or 100x, and move on to the one, both the funds, the one that they are going to be here for a long while, right? Now, when you invest in a crypto project, you need to check the contract. I think we had issues with Luna concerning this. I lost a lot of money. And funny, the part that actually paid me the most, apart from the money, because I would not see the money, not it wasn't a loss of fund wasn't painful. Apart from that, I actually showed that to the community, and a lot of people lost money too. I've actually been holding Luna since, okay, this is not the right time to do this. It's actually not the right time to do this. Alright, so what we wanted to use for the audit is broken. So what I wanted to use for the Luna, it's sorry, I'm a little confused. So I actually shielded it. I actually shielded the whole stuff, and a lot of people lost money. Yeah, a lot of people lost money in the whole thing, and I really do not like shielding bad projects. Honestly, I don't like shielding bad projects because I do my research, right? But Luna, when it came to the case of Luna, I honestly did not really do much research. I just knew that they had a great team around that. I did not check the contract, nothing. I did not check nothing like that. I just checked the team, checked the whole, the normal way we conduct fundamental analysis. I did not check whether ownership was renounced. I did not check any of all those stuff. So then we found ourselves in a big shithole. It's not going to happen again. Alright, let me get okay, let me go to Cont'd. I think there are a lot of scams here. Let me get one. What is this? Okay, I think we just got one. Did I open this before? Maybe I used this to explain something in the previous video. Because I honestly have not opened this tab on my laptop since then. Yeah, I actually have not opened this tab on my laptop since then. Let's see this. So we're going to scan this contract address. Almost said wallet address. We're going to scan this contract address for rogue. Want to know what am I saying? We're going to scan it to see if it's a honeypot. Alright. Let's just paste this here. I want to scan this to see if it's a honeypot. Hope this site is working. Because it's actually scamsniper.net. I don't know what's happening to them at this moment. It's like 5:26 here. I don't know what's their problem. I don't know how long we're going to have to wait for this. Honestly, it is really disturbing. Alright, score. The audit score is 0/100. Now, when you say audit score, how safe is it as a token? Now, if the audit score is 0/100 or low, whatever, if it's not up to 70, 80, 100, do not put the money there. See, this audit score is 0/100. So the audit score is a measure of how well the token is. Right here for safety. Automated scanners like this one are not always completely accurate. A token with a high score may still have hidden malicious code. It's actually true. but to be on the safer side, you have to check this thing out. Now, sorry, my mouse is malfunctioning. So the first thing you should check is if the token is a honeypot, and it's checked out that it's not a honeypot. See, it's token is sellable, not a honeypot at this time. Now, verified contract source. The contract source is verified. Then the ownership or source does not contain the ownership renounced or source does not contain an owner contract. The contract contains ownership functionality, and ownership is not renounced. You should find out whenever you want to invest in a token whether the ownership was renounced. To be there in the contract code. I'll show you later how to check it out in the contract code. But you see, the ownership here is not renounced, which means the owner still has access, full access actually, to whatever it is that goes on with the token. Now, look at what they said here. The contract contains ownership functionality, and ownership is not renounced, which may allow the creator or current owner to modify contract behavior. For example, disable selling, change fees, or mint new tokens. You disable the selling. You want to sell, and that is honeypot anyway. You want to sell and you cannot sell because the owner has full rights to the contract. You get, the owner has full rights to the contract. So whatever he decides to do with it is his job. Is what he wants to do. I think it happened with Squid Game too. A lot of people were just investing in it, and I don't think they checked the contract to see if the ownership was renounced because it was high, and then they couldn't sell. The whole thing just fell in their hands. I think they were at the point they were able to sell. I don't really get the whole gist anyway. Though I knew about the whole stuff. I knew when it started, and a lot of people were telling me to leave it. But as usual, when I'm not doing research, I would not. So, and I also thought it was a scam anyway, because how would you really speak into and speak, right? Just does not add up. Just like releasing Twitter token during the peak of Elon Musk buying Twitter, just doesn't add up. You're just trying to ride on the current human. The funny thing is, humans are always usually very gullible when it comes to things like that. They're usually very good. Like, can't you just sit with this thing? Like, nobody wants to honor Squid Game. Nobody. It's not like somebody wants to keep Squid Game alive, right? Like somebody wants to keep Squid Game alive. They are just doing it for their pockets. Nobody releases a token because they want to honor a person. Even Wakanda token is not for Black Panther. People don't get this thing. It's a business. It's a business. So if the business is not favoring you in a way, you should get out. Like, anyway, they can also mint new tokens. For instance, a token that has a 2 million supply, right? The total supply is 2 million. If the ownership is not renounced, the seller can add another 14 million to it, and then you see your price goes down. He can do that because he needs new investors or whatever it is that will be his reason. But he can mint new tokens, and once new tokens are in the market, your price drastically goes down. So you have to check if ownership is renounced. If ownership is not renounced, forget about it. Now, the owner wallet contains less than 5% of circulating token supply. Circulating token supply, correct? Creator wallet contains less than 5% of circulating token supply. So when you're seeing this, you're all okay, good. Then all other holders possess less than 5%. You cannot tell me that all the holders of a crypto token, apart from the creator and the owner, are holding less than 5%. If they are holding less than 5% of the circulating token supply, not total token supply now, circulating token supply, then it's a red flag. Yeah, it's a red flag. Because I think when you launch a crypto token, especially on the BSC space, you will have like a lot of people buying. Not, there might not be a lot, but you have a substantial amount of people that will be buying and aping into that particular project. But there's no way that all that people will ape into your project if your marketing is done right. If your marketing is not done right, I think people can't even advertise these new tokens. Anyway, so if your marketing is done right, there's no way that all the people that are buying will be buying, and it will not be up to 5% of the circulating total supply. Then who bought the token? Who got your price to where it is? Doesn't make sense. You get? Then liquidity analysis. There's no liquidity pool found. No liquidity pool found. If there's no liquidity pool, then you cannot even trade the token. You get? It is the liquidity pool that you use to trade the token. Buying and selling. For you to buy or sell, there has to be liquidity. Yeah, there has to be liquidity for you to buy or sell. So if you cannot buy or sell, there's no liquidity pool. If there's no liquidity pool, you cannot buy or sell. If you cannot buy or sell, then there's obviously no liquidity pool. Now, there's something you should look for. Let me go back to that. When you are buying, when you want to buy a token, there's something you should look for in the contract, right? Look at the contract here. There is nothing like ownership renounced or transfer ownership, stuff like that. There's nothing like that there. Now let's try Shiba. Okay, Shiba Inu. See the market cap. See the liquidity pools. Look at this guy did it. Anyway, let me show you something. Shiba contract. I want to show you the difference between both of them. First, let's check this here before I show you that code that you should be looking for in a contract. Let me see what. Right. Why does it always take time at the first instance? It's crazy. Okay, while I waiting for that to load, let me just go and show you what I want to show you. I really don't have that time. Alright, so this is the contract code. See, it's solidity. This is the contract code for Shiba. This is the contract code for Shiba. Sorry. Now, if you are checking the contract code, but if you are checking the contract code, you should come across something like ownership renounced. There's a code called ownership renounced or transfer ownership, something like that. You'll see that function. I think it's usually highlighted. If you see that function in the contract code, I really don't know how to search for it, or that would have just relieved us of all this scrolling. I really don't know how to search for it, or actually see it. I'm already tired of all that scrolling. Let's get back. Good. 20 over 100. This is the ratio by yes it is. Now token is sellable, it's not a honeypot. Buy fee is less than 5%. Sell fee is less than 5%. That is slippage. It's a verified contract source. Okay, the ownership is actually not renounced. I see why I didn't see it there. The ownership is actually not renounced for Shiba Inu. The source does not contain a project contract. The owner of created wallet contains less than 5%. All other holders possesses less than 5%. Excuse me. There's adequate current liquidity. At least 95% of liquidity from the lot of okay. Looking for one that has, should I say dogs? There are some coins that are what's it called? The ownership has been renounced. I think I got something that time. I don't know where I wrote it down. Now that I've still lost all this stress, honestly. That's still lost all this stress. Let me see. Don't think Doge is renounced. I still don't get why Shiba Inu contracts, why the ownership has not been renounced, honestly. Do not get it. And I can't remember the one that was renounced anymore. Now, the ownership has not been renounced here. That is part of the reason why you see that it was even the spot 20 over 100, because a lot of people watch Shiba, even mine it, even I also do the same. So I actually thought that the ownership was renounced. I was like, this show that the ownership was renounced. Anyways, you check for, there's a code in the smart contract where it says something like ownership renounced. In the code there, the contract code, or better still, just come and use token sniffer. Just come. So I'm just finding out this site today since our scamsniper.net did not work. So you just use tokensniffer.com or scamsniper.net to get to know whether the ownership has been renounced, transfer of ownership. Now, the thing is, owners can exercise centralized control over the project if ownership is not renounced. They determine who buys, who sells. Determine at what price you buy, at what price you buy, at what price you sell, and all that stuff. Okay, ownership not renounced. Alright, so you can just paste the contract address here to note that. If ownership is not renounced, if they are staking rewards, let's say you stake your token to get rewarded. A lot of projects actually do that when they are launching. When they launch like this, they'll open a farm or pool, right? Just take your tokens there to earn rewards, staking rewards. Now, if the ownership is not renounced, the owners can exclude qualified addresses from receiving the rewards and even add unqualified addresses to receive rewards. So if you staked, right, let's say I'm the token, or rather the owners of the token, and you stake in my pool or in my farm, whatever it is, to get rewards. When the time comes for the reward, I can look at my friend that is struggling, and I would tell him to send me his wallet address. Then I'll remove yours and from the pool and put his instead, and the rewards of your sweat goes to him. You understand? The rewards of your sweat goes to him, because why? I am in charge. I determine what goes on and what doesn't go on. So that's one of the things you should really look out for. Ownership renounced or transfer ownership. It's in the contract. Then ownership can also change the transaction fee as it wishes. That's when the ownership is not renounced. But let's say you started, and when you were investing in the token, it was a 5% slippage. So whatever you're doing, if you want to buy, you have to use 5% of the total coins worth that you want to buy to process your transaction, basically. If you want to sell, 5% of your total coins worth will be used to process the transaction. The owner can decide tomorrow he wants to change it to 50% so that he will keep a lot of gain, right? So you want to sell, or let's say he puts a 50% tax on selling. It wasn't that way before. Let's say it was 5, and then he says that, let's say the market is going down and a lot of people want to sell. He just goes to the contract and changes the sell tax to 50% so that most people don't want to sell. Except people that have made massive income. Let's say you put in $5 and then it got to, let's say, $5,000, for instance, which is actually very possible, because I've flipped $10, like $4,500. So it's very possible. So you put in $5, for instance, and it turns to like $5,000. So even if they put a 50% sell tax, it doesn't really affect, because you still made $2,500, $5, right? It's still a for you. Set your 50% and then you start complaining. But anyway, bottom line is they can change the transaction tax fee as they wish. If the ownership is not renounced, they can change the transaction tax fee anyhow they wish, right? Buy tax 5%, sell tax 5%. Tomorrow they can decide that they are in need of money, they want to change it to 15% or 50%, whichever. It can be anything. So that's one of the reasons why you should look out for ownership renounced when you want to invest in a particular project. Also look for honeypot. If the token is not sellable, it's honeypot. Honeypot is basically when you buy, you cannot sell. Happened a lot of times. I think the same thing happened with Squid Game token. I really, like I said earlier, I did not really get the full gist because I was not even interested. I just knew, and I was like, all these newbies. Anyway, so I wasn't really interested in the whole story, but I just, not when news just flies through your ear. So, if the token is not sellable, it's a honeypot. Yeah, check out for ownership renounced. Check out if liquidity is locked. You need to have liquidity locked. If liquidity is not locked, okay, for instance here, the liquidity is locked. See how the liquidity is locked. If the liquidity is not locked, I think I explained that in the first fundamental analysis video. If the liquidity is not locked, it's a red flag, because they can just cut away the liquidity and everything. And I think Squid Game liquidity was locked, but I think they said it was locked for like 3 days or 5 days. So people just checked and saw that the liquidity was locked, but they did not check how long or not know how long. So when the whole thing, when the time elapsed, they just boom, canceled the whole funds and left. But anyway, liquidity locking is actually a thing that you should check for. Check for the liquidity lock, check for honeypot scan, check for check for the whole audit using either Scam Sniper or Token Sniffer, The owner can pull, just like I said, if the ownership is not renounced. He can decide, I don't like these wallet addresses I'm seeing here. It's not beautiful. I don't like the combination. So they should not have they should not have access to all this, and they just cut away with the whole liquidity. They just withdraw all the liquidity, pull and go. So those are the things that you should look out for. Basically, I just what I wanted to show you in this short time. So till next time, stay safe.